welcome back to our last video here on Lines of Best Fit Keystone Kits. This one's a little bit different because they already did our line of best fit for us, or at least drew the line, so we don't have to necessarily draw it. We just have to kind of do the work here and look at it. So it says, use the graph. What would you anticipate the average ticket price to be in 2006? So we're going to go over to 2006, and we're going to go up where it hits the line. And we'll notice we're using where it hits the line and not necessarily where it hits an actual point. So this point right here looks to be about $23. So again, when we make predictions, we want to use the line of best fit, and we're not using actual data points. Okay. So next one, in what year will the average ticket price be $20? So we want to find, again, average ticket price is on the y-axis. So look at $20, and that looks to happen right about here, which will be around between 2003 to 2004. So one of those 2 years, and you could go either one of those. Okay. Oops, I'm sorry, I wrote that in the wrong spot. So that should be between 2003 and 2004 in one of those two spots. So write the equation for the line of best fit using the points right there. Right. So we're going to go ahead and find our slope. So we're going to do 18.75 minus 17.60 over 2002 minus 2001. So our slope is going to turn out to be 1.15 over 1, which is just 1.115. Then we got to pick one of these 2 points. I'm going to pick the first one. So I'm going to do 1760 equals 1.15 times 2001 plus b. So 1760 equals 2301.15 plus b. So b is negative 2283.55. So our final equation, y equals 1.15 x minus 2283.55. Right, so that kind of looks like an ugly equation with some decimals. So what does this mean? Our slope, right, is always our change in y over our change in x. So our y values here are dollars, or for price, and our x's are talking about years, right? We're looking at the units. That really helps us interpret what's happening. So what this means is our slope tells us how much ticket prices increase each year. So they're going to increase by $1.15 each year. Now our y-intercept is really pointless here in this equation, but a lot of times it does tell us something important. So this is going to tell us what's happening at year 0. So at year 0, tickets would cost negative $2,000. But that's remember, y-intercept is always what's going to be your initial starting point. Okay. Lastly, use the equation for ticket prices in 2009. So all we're going to do is plug in 2009 to our equation for x and plug that into our calculator, and we get $26.80. Okay, so at this point, you can move on and do the check for understanding. Thank you again for your time, and I hope I see you back in school pretty soon.